Welcome to Adventures by Dee. Today we're in the city of Atlanta, bringing you a continuation of our series of things to do if you're visiting or if you live in Atlanta. The Atlanta History Museum has been at this location since the 1990s, but the actual Historical Society of the Atlanta History Museum has been around since the 1920s. So this site has a museum, a cyclorama, which is one of only how many in existence, Dave? Two, and it's about the Battle of Atlanta, so we're going to show you that. So it's like a 33-acre property nestled right in downtown Atlanta, and it's beautiful here. So we're going to take you on a tour.
They have some nice, more recent history about the Atlanta Olympics that were here in '96.
So join us on this
historical adventure.
So this is a temporary exhibit. They have different traveling exhibits, but this one is on the Olympics. Of course, the Olympics were in Atlanta, but it has... This wall starts at 1908. We'll have to wander through here. So I'm going to start, normally you'd start at the beginning, right? But I'm going to start at the end. I don't know about you guys, I love the Olympics. I cannot get enough. I watch all the different channels. I watched regular sports this summer and winter. I watched obscure sport, and then in 2028 it's going to be in Los Angeles. Ooh. Here we go. I'm working backwards. Rio de Janeiro. I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures of almost most things they built for Rio have left abandoned, like the pool area, some of the stadiums for the different sports. Look at that flame, the torch. Isn't that awesome? Can you see the colors in there? And then they added stuff about the Atlanta United. The London Olympics. What were these guys called? Do you remember? Or the mascots. I don't have their name there. I don't remember their names. And then they threw in some Atlanta history. Here's Beijing, 2008. Looks like these are just the Summer Olympics. They don't have the winter ones in here. I love seeing what the torches look like. In 2004, there's Athens. 2000, Sydney. And of course, because it was hosted here, the 1996 Olympics. They have both the regular Olympic torch and the Paraolympic torch. Look at that. It transformed this city forever. Here's Atlanta, 1996, shaping an Olympic and Paralympic city. I mean, it was like they built housing that now Georgia Tech uses. We got a new baseball stadium out of it. That was the Olympic Stadium from Ted Turner Field. From the original field to Ted Turner Field. The biggest thing really that is the downfall of the Atlanta Olympics was the bomb that went off in Port Richard. Jewell, who was innocent, and the Olympic Park. But you can visit today Olympic Park. I mean, it did so much for the city to enhance the city with the roads and buildings. But then I kind of feel like in some cases the city's been at a standstill since. Look at the cost. $3.6 billion for Atlanta, but look at like Beijing, $45 billion to do that one. Rio was $20 billion. Atlantis was relatively cheap compared to some of them. Look at Seoul, $6.5 billion. Wow. Here's all the different pins. Dave collected some of the pins from the Olympics. He actually went to several events here. always talks about, I think he went to field hockey and they had to travel quite a ways to go to the stadium, and it was super hot. But he also volunteered for the Paraolympic Games, the Special Olympics. He also volunteered for the Special Olympics. Remember Michael Johnson with his gold shoes? 8 million tickets sold to Olympic events. Look at the medals. Wow. Bronze, silver, gold. I should say bronze, silver, gold. There's the Paralympic Games. You guys have to remember Muhammad Ali lighting that flame. It was such a secret and so amazing when it happened. There were 26 Olympic sports and 32 new world records. You've got to remember the American women. Dominique Dawes there, Carrie Stroud there. Remember with her foot, and she landed and still got the point, and then she got carried off by Bella Carusi. Oh my gosh. $209 million to build what is Turner Field today, although now Georgia State has it as a football stadium, but to build it and then retrofit it after the games. Right here. And this was the original Braves baseball stadium. Right next to it, where Hank Aaron's home run wall is actually in the parking lot. Now the Braves aren't at either of these. They have moved their stadium totally. Yeah, they had to look all over for all the venues, for the diving, the swimming, all the fields. They used a bunch of colleges and other areas around. They built a tennis center out near Stone Mountain that's not being used anymore. It's kind of wild what's used and what's not. And now, of course, you have Mercedes-Benz Stadium that's new. Oh, here's some of the clothing, fanny packs, hats. I want to know if they have the What's It mascot. Do they have the What's It mascot? We'll have to see. And this tower is still there. You drive under it. So cool. Every time we head to the zoo, I drive right under it. It's where the old Turner Field is. Now it's Georgia State Stadium. Here's the torch.
Is it What's-it or Izzy? Because they changed mascots.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
It's one of the two.
Hold on a second. What's the mascot? Yeah, what's its name was changed to Izzy. You win, Dave. Ding, 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 ding. So here it's called Izzy.
I don't think anybody understood What's-it.
I don't know, it was cute. I mean, I remember it. There you go. Apparently, Izzy. I was thinking, what's it?
There used to be a little Olympic store downtown before it opened. You can go in and get pins and stuff.
Here's the tickets. Dave is reminiscing since he got to go to some of the events.
It's a baseball game, women's lacrosse, track and field. There's one other one, I think.
And then you volunteered for the Paraolympics?
Yes, I volunteered at the stadium, the big track and field stadium, for the Paraolympics. I still have my pins. I have this UPS truck pin from the Paraolympics. That was one of the most popular ones there. I have a few of the Coke bottles too, but not the cans.
So much stuff for the Olympics. Look at this. We're noticing the little Cabbage Patch. Where's Cabbage Patch? Its home is in Cleveland, Georgia, which is north of Atlanta. You can go to the Cabbage Patch store and go to the nursery and birth yourself a Cabbage Patch. Have it born. It is so cute there. Continuing on our Olympics, here's Barcelona in '92. So they have a big exhibit and then they put in Atlanta stuff. You head up the escalator for the Cyclorama film. Now the Cyclorama was set at Zoo Atlanta for many years and they moved it, I want to say about 10 years ago to this location. Whoa! Whoa! Holy cow!
A Civil War painting? Oh wow, this is not what I was expecting. This is massive.
It's nearly 50 feet tall and more than 370 feet around.
Why would anyone make a painting this big?
It was big business. For 19th century audiences, this experience was equivalent to virtual reality today.
Why would Southerners paint a battle they lost?
They didn't.
Guys, I'm going to go on low light so you can really see this. This is breathtaking. We're on the second floor of the Cyclorama. They have a video that plays, but I want to show you down here. I put the camera on low light, ultra 4K low light here. Ultra low light 4K here. You can hear the video in the background, and there's another video that starts at 11. We're just a few minutes before that, but I walked in here and this is breathtaking. So Dave's saying when it was located at Zoo Atlanta, so the painting's all 360 around the wall, if you can see kind of low here. But he was saying at Zoo Atlanta they didn't have the scene on the ground. I never saw it when we were at Zoo Atlanta. It was a separate ticket to go in, and I just never purchased it. Shame on me. But there's a building in front of Zoo Atlanta that housed it for so many years. Can you see this? They have it's like train track. The Battle of Atlanta. So you have the Union soldiers and the Confederate soldiers.
There's General Sherman's headquarters.
Look at this. Wow.
This looks so great.
This is worth the price of admission alone here.
I would have been right around there. Racing towards the big bridge.
Let me show you the wall.
Bridge just broke in our line. We captured our big guns. We were in trouble. I thought, if we can't take Atlanta, we can lose the war. Then, here comes General Logan, leading the counterattack. We all charged the lips, and we took back those guns. We whipped them, son. We whipped them good. Because of Atlanta, we won the war. Now, this painting, everybody can see how we saved the Union. If those rebels get their way, your grandchildren will see them as heroes.
And then once the show's done, you can walk down. Look at this. There's seats in here. People are sitting. We didn't even realize it.
The only Confederate victory ever painted.
The only Confederate victory ever painted.
I can tell you with the 3D effect here, it's amazing because they have trees coming out of the ground here in front of the painting, so it gives it this extra level of immersion. It's amazing. I cannot wait to get down there on the level with this.
Proud this game shows me and my brothers fighting, standing together.
I see one Negro on this entire canvas. Now I hope that brave soul has just liberated himself. So what I did, Negro regiments here in Georgia. But that doesn't mean there weren't any colored men in this battle. We were there.
Yep. 4:30 on that hot Friday afternoon. That was our moment. I can hear it now.
I know you can hear the show, but we'll show you some of it. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Wow.
I was a stretcher bearer here.
Look at this here.
Carried bleeding and mangled men from off the battlefields. I can still hear the screams. And you can never forget that smell.
Wow.
Believe that though we were outnumbered, we would not have fought. Hell, this painting shows just how hard we did fight. I keep thinking that our cause was just. Weren't we fighting for our homes and families?
I can't believe that anyone would deny that the rebel slaveholders were fighting for any cause other than to keep me and my brothers and sisters in bondage. They were fighting for a cause. We
This is breathtaking.
for freedom.
What do you think of the painting? It's quite grand. What in the world is a character from Gone with the Wind doing in the diorama? When Clark Gable was here for the premiere of Gone with the Wind, he turned right to Mayor Hartsfield and said, "Why, the only thing wrong with this painting is that I'm not in it." So the mayor fixed his wife. Clark Gable is now a dead Yankee. Oh, well, I guess it's fitting. This painting and the movie both glorify a fictitious Confederate legacy. What kind of nonsense are you learning in college? Well, I've learned that women served in the Civil War. I don't see that in this painting. You're right. Out of mysteries, paintings like this don't show women. Women worked in the mills and the factories. They sewed uniforms. They even gathered secret information on the enemy.
You mean women were spies?
Of course. Women did all sorts of things. During the war, my grandmother made cartridges for the troops. It was dangerous work. When Atlanta was being bombarded by the Yankees, she took cover from the shells, hiding in bomb-proof shelters underground.
She would have been just a teenager, right?
Younger than you are now. But during the war, people grow up fast.
The Cyclorama depicts the Battle of Atlanta, a battle that the right side won, a battle that helped to free my ancestors, and I'll make sure that that depiction is saved. You know, some people say it is ironic that this administration will work to save the Cyclorama. I see no irony. Suffice it to say, look at you on the battle.
Over the years, people have debated what this painting stands for. What do you think now?
It seems like over time, a lot of people have confused a historical work of art with actual history. And that is what I'm talking about.
Hi everybody, my name is Laurie. Thanks for being here at the History Center today. Welcome to the Battle of Atlanta. We were just doing a test run just now. David, our technician from CEI, is making sure the Cyclorama is working for us on this big weekend today. It was very popular, but it was a money-making proposition to sell tickets, and it was very popular. So there are two that remain in North America right now. The other one is at Gettysburg. They just both happen to be related to the Civil War. The exhibit here, pretty much is about the story of the painting. Not so much the Civil War. We do have a huge Civil War exhibit on permanent display. But I'll show you kind of what you're seeing here today is taking place on July 22nd, 1864 in Atlanta. You see Atlanta off to the west there, the spires and the buildings. And over here you see the Georgia Railroad that runs all the way over to Augusta. And this is about 2 miles east of Atlanta. The perspective you would be seeing this from is from DeKalb Avenue and Moreland Avenue. Currently, the Inman Park neighborhood is right here, but that was some years after this. The Confederate forces were down here in the south, and they were coming up here to the Troop Hurt House, which is what this house was. They called it the Red House, and they wanted to seize these cannon. And that was something that was, going to be something that the Union forces, as they were sweeping down, coming down in a blue wave to stop that action. So it's right before this skirmish takes place. and it ends up being a Union victory, and Atlanta is won by the North, and the war is over in less than a year. So it's very strategic. Lincoln is reelected after that, and a lot of information specific to the painting. What you're seeing is downstairs in the exhibit. There's a lot of touch screens with us.
This is the Confederate side of the cyclorama. Wow. This is breathtaking. And we'll go downstairs in a minute to get that perspective, but I have to document the perspective up here. So this is the Union side coming up, and their Confederates are trying to keep that building, and they're coming in fighting, and here's the Union coming up fighting against them here. And the Union did win, and they said the battle took about a year. Wow, this is breathtaking. I can't describe in person what this looks like. This is the 3D models and statues set up here. Absolutely breathtaking here. We're on the Union side. It's unbelievable. It's with these models here, it's just the painting comes to life. I think this painting is over 150 years old and has gone through several iterations of adaptations of history with it, and it's been restored to its original painting. Wow. This is so breathtaking. You have got to come here to see this in person. And I think it's only one of two, and at Gettysburg is the other one. So they both happen to be about the Civil War, the two that remain. So let me give you a tour around the cyclorama. To anchor us, I believe this is Kennesaw Mountain here. So we're facing north. They have train tracks coming through. We're on the Union soldier side. So you have the Union here, and you can see them in the foreground, and then in the background you can see the painting with the Union. Look at that with the horses. Wow. And then you can go up, like, you know, it's 20 feet, 30 feet in the air the scene goes to, and then of course you have the sky, and if I show you, it goes all the way. Do you see that? Look at this guy here. He's in the middle of getting shot, bending over. The Confederate soldiers in the background there. Wow. This is worth the price of admission to the Atlanta History Center. And the train tracks, by the way, they keep going. I'm going around the back of it now. See some of the Union still here. Here's a guy. Looks like he's sleeping. There in the woods. Trying to catch a nap. There's 2 soldiers carrying out an injured soldier. You can see in the painting, a soldier drinking from a canteen. Wow, look at this. You have the a bridge they built here. Look at this. This is wild. You have a tree set up. Wheelbarrows. Just look at the painting. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pan up here. Look at this. There's a bird in the sky. So here, I'll keep going. Go around these folks. So this would have been like probably telegraph here. Like a rudimentary telephone pole once upon a time. Look at this. Look at all the trees and everything in the background. Here we go, you have a soldier here. Train tracks ending, but then they go up into the painting. Wow, look at this soldier, Dave, just like...
Yeah, it would be perfect if I had wheels in my mouth.
Wheel it around? Yes. Let me go around. So this is the escalator to go up to the show. And you see a higher vantage point. Looks like they have small little individual elevators. I guess for lifts. Yeah, we need it. Here we go. Now we're on the Confederate side. We're heading that way anyway. Just on the back side. So here's the Union soldiers, like right at us here. Look at this. The wagon just falling into the painting. Here's a dead soldier right here. And all the fires and the smoke from all the gunfire. In the distance, I'm going to get there in a minute, but there's different flags. You have the Georgia flag. There's way in the distance the United States flag at the time. Wow. There's another soldier that's laying right there. Another one down there. Look at this. Look at this soldier here, cowering, taking a break. guys here. The painting is amazing. Amazing. Look at this. And then we're back where we started from here. Wow. Absolutely breathtaking. The depth on this. The painting, it's unbelievable. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please check back into our channel, subscribe to our channel, like the video. We're doing a whole series of videos on what there is to do in Atlanta. And if you live here or if you come to visit, there's a ton of stuff to do. So we want to cover those major things and some things that you might not consider, like the Atlanta History Museum, that I would definitely recommend coming, if even to see the Cyclorama. Like, amazing. I would definitely add this to my list of things to do in Atlanta. And we cover all sorts of theme parks and things around the Southeast. We are based here in Atlanta, but we cover Dollywood and Wild Adventure, which is a theme park in South Georgia, and Universal and Disney. So we just have a ton of content coming out. We love to do historical things and just family-friendly things. So, check back in with us. And with that, what do you want to say, Dave?
May the adventures be
with you.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and
Ringing a bell.
so you'll be notified of our next upload. And as always, may the adventures be with you.